Yes, the Boohoo Effect here. I'm going to reply to some of Tracy's live that she's recently done. Supposedly, this is some kind of official departure that she was vowing to make on her birthday, which she's made these type of vows, oh my gosh, ever since 2010, off and on, countless times. But this live is almost 4 hours long. I skimmed through it a bit ago, and it's just riddled with just pure, pitied, embittered rage. It really is. You can tell this person is angry at everybody, just lashing out. She's upset. She can't control other people, and nobody's coming to her side in what she expects. But, she, at one point in the live, I was skimming along, she was calling Katie out for making 4 videos when this live is almost 4 hours long. I mean, how long are Katie's videos? A few minutes long like mine? 7 minutes at best? What do we got? An hour to one of her videos that's probably 5 minutes long? Unbelievable hypocrisy. But let's skim along. I'm rattling on. I can't be too long-winded. Tracy just goes on and on and on. I think she's on some type of medication that is just stimulating her brain in this area where she's just about overly hyper, let's just say. But let's get into it. I'm going to skim along. I only got, probably now 15 minutes on my phone for space versus 4 hours of rage. Let's get going. Now she rattles off. She veers to the left or right. She cannot stick to the subject at hand. She keeps veering off into her personal life. Okay? At the same time, she's talking about her victimhood because she likes the attention. So, yeah, let's just continue here. This is just a big disheveled mess with Tracy. Let's see if we can skip along.
I thought he just shot himself because, well, no, I never even really give it thought. But if that is the case, fighters, you were in in a different circle. And so saying those things and saying them in 2011 was acceptable. Well, in 2011, it was still acceptable to be racist to people. It's not acceptable anymore because we evolve. Not
You didn't evolve. You use it to ridicule people. You've been calling Katie, making fun of her name, Katie, but you never, ever was able to explain where you got that notion from that she's a racist. Is it because she was talking to Yaxley? That's all I gathered. You see how you take something out of nothing and start slandering people, Tracy? You've talked to Yaxley. You've talked to Tiffany, right? And there was a lot more evidence that I've saw with Tiffany being a racist than anybody else. She has racist apparel, okay? She's been caught saying the N-word. She hangs with people that are definitely racist. No question.
just as a person.
Why? What makes you more... Okay, she's been playing my past vlogs. What's funny is on one hand, Tracy's using me for credibility, and then on the other hand, she's discrediting me. See, these people are saying I'm right in this instance, but wrong in another. I'm right, I'm completely right as far as whom they are targeting compared to their enemies. If it's attached to their enemies, anything I say regarding their enemies, I'm right. But if it has to do with them, I'm wrong. Okay? You see how they're operating here? They're disingenuous, they're fakes, frauds, and they're bullies. They target people and they like to gang up, they like to twist logic, they like to twist the facts, they like to just blatantly just lie outright. So let's continue.
Of a better parent than Von Helton. There's not much difference.
As a parent, what's the matter? Don't your kids bother with you on Father's Day? Or what?
Okay, she's referring to myself. I've never spoken about my family. Now, I do leave seeds to see if they spread. I don't know how old you think I am, Tracy, but for me to have an adult child 10 years ago, 11 years ago, how old would that make me? You need to start using some logic in which you are completely depleted of. How old do you think I am? I have a kid out there that's 30-some. That's around my age, okay? Just to give you a little hint, but you won't pick up anything. Everything is a conspiracy. Nothing is true. Those appearances that I make in my videos is not me, blah, blah, blah.
What's your fucking problem? It's not for you to decide what my children, and funny enough,
I'm not making any decisions for your children. You have been, though, and they've all been wrong decisions, Tracy. You've been spending the better part of your time online arguing with complete strangers in another continent for almost 12 years now. And God knows how long before that you've been found on sociopath.com. A forum back in the day, that was the thing. So who knows? I mean, look, you got 4 failed marriages. I know on your last marriage to Kevin that you were having problems because you could not get offline. And that's why you had to troll incognito for at least a year. You had to hide because he would probably know that you're online, if you use your main channel.
message earlier saying mother, and it was mother, not mum, mother, which means it's a command. We're taking you out. Be ready for 12. Do not wear your Peaky Blinders hoodie. Put your good glad rags on. So I'm off for a meal, I can guess, by that. Because unless they think I'm getting all my glad rags on to go bowling or something. Essie, now she said that people have criticised her about her kids and all this. Now, it's very easy to prove that...
Oh, I've seen you ridicule Katie's kids, if that's whom you're referring to. Absolutely. You did it in video when you and your partner back then photoshopped her kids' head onto Smurfs or little blue trolls, whatever they were. And you were ridiculing her children in the comment section. And your random noob channel, do we need to get into that, Tracy? You're all about ridiculing people's children. What did you say to one of Katie's kids? That they need to pin their ears back, or was that Crotch Vomit's kids? You stalked and ridiculed so many children that I'm getting them confused.
My holiday's cheap by going on one of these holidays yourself. That's one thing, because that just sounds petty.
I don't go on I don't like to travel. If I travel, it's going to be to a campground or to be in remote woods, okay? That's my taste. That's my forte in long-distance outings, Tracy. I don't like to stay in hotels that has bathrooms and a bed. I can get that at home, all right? Let's move on.
Now, I do have cheap holidays. I have all kinds of hat, obviously, and the moon is not real. And that's another castle. I'm obsessed with.
Okay, half this live at least is all about Tracy. She craves attention. She's a narcissist, and she's sitting there flaunting her vacations, posting pictures of her lavish, well-traveled, worldly lifestyle. And like I said, I don't care about your travels. If you save enough, if you are dedicated enough, you can travel. It's like people that, I don't know, get tattoos. They're expensive nowadays, but somehow, some way, poor people can get them. They will endeavor to get them, if they set their mind onto it. If you want something bad enough, like for you, for instance, with your vacations, you can do it. You can tuck away money. You can, save your state help money, etc.
It's in the background. I did point out the camera because I want Charles Bridge.
Even sent you, that is Linda I'm talking about.
Okay, she keeps playing my
Pictures of
videos.
himself. You remember this?
She's using me for credibility to target their enemies, but yet they discredit me if it's aimed at them.
Standing in a bathroom like a jackass? Yes, those pictures that you have. I have never stood behind stalking UK trolls' children. You have stalked UK trolls' children because you were the Matrix channel.
Yeah.
Crotch Vomit was long gone.
That's the past. That's clear back, what, Trollope saying 2020, July? Yeah, that's about right. Look, that's the past. Things change. I have concluded, Tracy, considering all your past historical hoaxes, that you are the Matrix channel, because every time you're arguing with somebody and targeting somebody, they are the Matrix channel. You've switched it to crotch vomit and Katie back and forth. How many times? You've even tried to accuse me of being that channel. You've accused everybody of being the hoaxer channel, simply because you and Trollope set up people by posting up a picture of a house used as bait. You know, right? Used as bait. And so you are in the hopes that they'll post it up on their channel and you can accuse them of putting people in danger by posting up their house. You two, behind the scenes, cook up these hoaxes. Just like the superimposed knife effects on your own children. That was a hoax and you were busted. You try to create a hoax of bestiality upon myself. You try to get people swatted behind the scenes. Tracy, you are known for hoaxes. Right out of the gate, you were a hoax yourself. Everything about you was a lie. You were pretending to be your daughter. You do these sorts of dark, twisted things. You enjoy it. It's a part of your sadistic nature.
Gone. Those Photoshop pictures, terrorizing him until he expired. That person is talking to this swear bag.
Verify that it's you. And I'm on my phone and it ain't even asking me. So Gmail is not. Now that I know it's you. Oh, yeah, but is it you? How do we know it's you? You could be just saying it's Tiffany. Will I tell you how that is? Because it really does take one to know one. Whereas it kind of blindsided me, some of the things that she did and was doing, because I just wouldn't think of doing them. But Boohoo is able to read. Boohoo is able to read Katie and the others because he is one. But here's where Boohoo is a.
No, you're completely wrong. I observed you tend to get to know people and their past actions. You go by their past actions, not by what they claim out of their mouth. It's not because it takes one to know one. Now, your narcissistic condition, on the other hand, that is a trait of a narcissist. They often will accuse others of what they stand for, of what they are thinking. Like your delusions, like how you and Trollope think everybody is working with each other. Or that's a LARP, and this is a scam. That's because you two operate that way and think that way. You're projecting that onto me. I observe and I remember people's past actions, especially the serious ones, all the hoaxes and scams and lies and slander and fraudulent ways that you have presented in the past 12 years to accumulate facts about that person. It's called the learning process. It's called getting to know somebody through their actions.
The rotten, stinking cunt. Now, unlike people like these new people who've been flipping around, you got.
And that's what this is all about, public opinion. New people. That's why you're here. You're trying to win them over. And this is where it's just completely insane. Why did you spend that much time, effort, year after year, trying to convince people that you're such a righteous person when you openly admit that you stalk children? You go backwards, then you try to go forward. You're fighting yourself, Tracy. Everybody knows that's been around, and a lot of these newbies are learning that you stalk children because it's coming out of your own mouth.
Jersey rituals, they really don't know the past history.
So we're supposed to listen what comes out of your mouth instead of video evidence, right? Live video evidence. And the only reason why people have to record live video evidence as opposed to just stating something vocally, in which you do all the time, or just screen capturing it, you have to record it live nowadays because of people like you, Tracy. You have started this, where now the reaction is if somebody presents something as proof, you have to say prove it live, show it live, open it up live, click on that account, then go back to the video. It's because of you, Tracy. You've caused that extra effort to prove the facts, receipts, as some calls it.
Probably know what's been going on the last couple of months, and Katie posting round the "I'd rather hang with liars than paedophile" comment, which is totally cut off. They'll never play you that whole live. because they...
You've admitted that you stalk children. There's no other context about it, Tracy. Now, in that instance, you're talking about you'd rather hang with pedophiles than be with liars, which is hypocritical and ironic since you're the biggest liar around. But you've openly admitted that you will stalk children. You've said it in countless comments, an eye for an eye. Your version of an eye for an eye is if they stalk your children, you will stalk their children. Okay? Now, the only person that I've seen that stalked your children was Crotch Vomit. Okay? She posted up your daughter. And that's the person that you befriended, and that's the person that you defend. You cannot claim that you are a victim, Tracy, when you befriend your attackers, when you defend them. When you defend them against the people that's actually defended you and your children, which is myself. You can't claim that you love your children and care about them. You're using your children as tools to beat people with, all right? As a club, cannon fodder, you weaponize your own family.
Can't, because it will blow their shit out the water. So I'll take another opportunity to explain what I was meaning. If you were going to a desert island now, and there was a group of people, 2 groups of people, and you acted...
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Let me close
Okay,
that.
her and Tiffany's been analyzing this photo for hours and hours. You know, they want Katie to show her face, but yet they won't answer anything about why they were in on a scheme, or at least, in the very least, did not speak out against what Jenny Girl has been commenting on. Whether it was a sock of Jenny Girl or herself. You people did not speak out against that comment threatening to put Katie's child on the dark web before pedos. Okay? You don't have any issue with that, but you have an issue if Katie is photoshopping her picture. See how backwards you people are? You have to divert to the most frivolous, mundane, insignificant issue because you like to ridicule Katie. You like to call her fat and ugly and the very thing that you accuse others of doing to you. You've been calling me a fat drunk for how many years? And I've never ever have called you anything of that sort at that time before you started calling me a fat drunk. You know, everybody's been calling you donkey. It's been calling you all kinds of names, and I've defended your honor, your dignity. You are not loyal to anybody, Tracy. You're scorned, you're embittered, and you can't keep my name out of your mouth. I've proved how many times in the past? A few times lately. How you claim that you're not going to speak about me, how you're going to ignore me, and you bring my name up. You, whether it's commenting on Trollops or Laugh at You's video, or just going off on me with Tiffany out of the blue, or making a video about me, or a live stream just going off. All right? You can't help yourself. And you know that most likely I'll respond because you want me around. I've disappeared for 2 weeks and you couldn't handle it anymore, Tracy. You'll never admit it, but that's the truth. You miss me. In some warped, twisted way, when I'm gone, you miss me. And you know that if you say something negative or go on a tangent about me, I'll come back. It's like that grade schooler that, you know, this girl in grade school that kicks the boy and wants the boy upset at her and chase her because negative tension is better than no attention. All right? You need help. You don't want no departure with myself. You need help. Tracy, I'm not interested in any friendship or being teamed up with you. I would never team up with a person like you. You stomp on all of your friends. You shit on everybody.